Hey. Good morning or good evening, everybody. This is Brian from Brian's West Coast Disney Adventure. And this evening, I have a couple of very special guests. One who's been here before, and one who is new. Um, we like to, we all know about Dean the Turkey Legster. Oh, hey there, Jess. Welcome in. And the TV guide of the Disney YouTube community, Dean Rice from the Live Place. I've got them both here backstage. But before I bring in our illustrious guests, I have to let you all know I did something fun on Tuesday. This past Tuesday, my best friend invited me to a cast member preview of Disneyland's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, I went to Disney World, as you all know, the end of October, the beginning of November. And one of the attractions I got to experience for the first time was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I do have a live stream where I did stream that one. And that is in my channel. I'll put it in the description later on after the stream is done. Oh, hey, Lori G. Welcome in, my friend. Glad to see you here. Now, for those who've not been to California, we have over here Mickey's Toontown. What they did was they put Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway appropriately in Mickey's Toontown. And for the most part, the attraction is very, very similar. So if you've been on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Hollywood Studios, oh, hey there, April. Welcome in, my friend. And Mandy, welcome in. But if you've been on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Florida, and you probably experienced the very same ride as in California. The big difference is the queue or the line. See, in California, it's much, much brighter than in Florida, but it kind of fits it as being kind of cartoonish. You go into Toontown, into the El Capitan Theater, which is the movie theater there. The floors are all tile inside. Then the walls, about halfway up, it's all teal. Then you have a steel band separating the bottom from the top. And then you have a cream section of the wall that goes up. Along the way that you're going through the queue, you're going to be seeing all kinds of movie posters and from various Mickey and Minnie shorts. You're going to be seeing various props. You're going to be seeing costumes. And midway through, this was probably the most fun, was they had a concession stand, kind of a prop concession stand in the middle. And the kind of looks just like a movie theater concession stand, where it has your popcorn and your butter in the condiment area. But they also had condiment dispensers in the condiment area. They had, well, your typical ones: ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, haggis, and other things like that. But it was absolutely an amazing attraction. Once you get into the pre-show room, the big difference between ours and theirs is over in Florida, the pre-show room is all reds. Lot of reds there. And like the carpet's red, the screen before they show the production is red, the walls are red. But in California, it's all blues. The carpet's blue, the screen's blue with the El Capitan logo on it. And it's basically a lot of blues. And once you have the pre-show happen, I'm sorry, bye, Jess. Hope you come back a little later. But yeah, once you exit through the screen and go into the cartoon world, it's basically the exact same as in Florida. And the ride is pretty much the same, slightly different. Oh, good. Thanks for sticking around there, Jess. I appreciate it. Oh, Yeah, nice, man. That's actually amazing that you live that close. Okay, now um, I would say if you've been to the Florida one, come to California. Come see our Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's different enough to be a unique experience. So that is my 2 cents. Now I have to bring in our illustrious guests. We have first up, he's been on my channel before, Dean the Turkey Legster.
Hello.
Welcome in there, Dean. Glad to have you back. And
Great to be here.
my newest guest here is Dean from the Live Place.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Dean. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you for joining us up here. I figure I might as well put you guys on the same size as your logos there. Might as well. Now, Dean, I think I'm going to have to call you by your, oh man, because this will be confusing having two Deans here. So I'll just refer to.
Just call me Turkey Legster.
That's what I was going to say. I'm reading my mind. There's scary stuff in there. Now, Dean, I have to ask you, what got you into doing YouTube?
Okay, so Dean means me.
Yes.
So, okay. Well, what got me into YouTube? Oh boy. My first channel was not the Live Place. It was Dreamer's Empire. And honestly, the reason that I created a channel was because my brother, Epcot Bob, if you've heard of him, and we created a whole day where we created a mini version of Epcot at his place here in Minnesota. And we had our own version of Soarin', and that was the big one. And it took us 3 months to make it. And we had our own Club Cool. We had a Mexican village, and we had illuminations. We did all those things one day. Took us a ton of money, ton of time. And we wanted to video it and share it. And that was why I created a YouTube channel. And we uploaded it one night and didn't know anything about YouTube. And within a few days, we had tens of thousands of views, if I remember right. So it was pretty
Holy
cool.
macaroni!
Yeah, it was a good hit for our first video. Never had one quite as successful since.
I think it was all the time that you put into it.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a lot of people like me. What got me into YouTube, for the most part, was I was planning a trip to Walt Disney World. This was like 6 years ago, at least. And actually probably more than that, maybe about 7 years ago. And so I was planning this trip to Walt Disney World, like just by myself, because I'd never been. And so I started looking around. I mean, I was doing some searches on YouTube because I'd never been. I don't know what the parks are like. So I was doing some searches like Magic Kingdom walkthrough or Magic Kingdom park overview, because I had no clue what was there. I mean, I knew it was kind of similar to Disneyland, but different. So I was like, okay. And I chanced upon a series of videos that were done by Walt and Melissa Mouse Talk.
Oh, wow.
And they were the Magic Kingdom land overviews, where he did one for Adventureland, one for Frontierland, one for Liberty Square, one for Fantasyland, one for Tomorrowland, one for Main Street. And it was so in depth. I was like, this is exactly what I needed, And so I'm like, okay, I'll check this guy. He only had a couple hundred subscribers at the time.
Oh.
So popped in, subscribed, And now it's over 13,000 ever since we moved down to Florida.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
they're a big hit.
Yeah, they are big. They're big in the community, which is really great. I got to meet them down in Florida as well, in addition to the Turkey Lakes are here.
Okay, I've had that privilege as well. Super nice people.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely. And I also got to meet the Disney Nerd Herders.
Oh, Charlie and Stacy.
Those Charlie and Stacy are amazing people. Really, really cool people.
Really nice. Yeah, I like them.
Now, Turkey Lakes, same question for you. What got you into YouTube?
Well, I found I originally found what started it was I came across Resort TV One
Hey, Mark, welcome
in it was early 2019, and from them I started finding other channels. Corey Meets World. I found Dole Whip Dad, and then after that, I just kept finding different YouTube channels. And originally, I actually started doing a podcast, and that led into bringing a weekly stream that I used to do on Instagram. I started doing that on YouTube, and so that sort of um, kept going on YouTube. And of course, I keep finding channels, and I've continued my channel, to this day. I'm not doing the podcast anymore, but that was kind of the evolution of that.
Nice. So I'm detecting a kind of a similarity here that you both started with podcasts.
Yeah.
And kind of got into YouTube to kind of piggyback off the podcasts. And that's a great way to get into it, because you already have your audience with the podcast, and now you're transitioning that audience to YouTube. And by the way, welcome in, Tina. Love you to death. Good friend.
Hi, Tina.
Hey, Tina.
And Mark, welcome in.
Mark.
Francisco, welcome in. Thank you guys
Hi,
for
Mark.
joining. Now, Dean, you have been described as, by a number of people, pretty much everybody on your website, as, quote, the TV guide of live streams. And what do you think of that moniker?
The first time I heard it was from Rob Fuzz, and I liked it. I mean, the thing, and I'll kind of piggyback off of what you guys are both just saying, and how Dean got into podcasting. That was how I got into all this as well. Was that I was really fascinated by podcasts, and one of the first people that I followed, if you guys know him, is Lou Mangello. You guys,
Is who?
Lou Mangello?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Definitely.
WDW Radio.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so I was just having fun with that, and then all of a sudden, just like Dean said, I ran into Resort TV One. In fact, my brother said, "You should watch them," and I did, and I just fell in love with it right away, and I just felt like I got to do something to be in this arena. And my brain I'm a computer guy, so basically my brain always thinks around having a database of stuff. So I basically had the site created so that I could provide a schedule of family-friendly live streams. And the thing about
we're
it,
all grateful for that. Believe me.
I mean, it's
By
been
the way,
really
Tim,
cool.
welcome in, my friend.
Hey, nice. Tennessee Bear? Is that
Yeah,
who?
Tim Pruitt.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim. I didn't know that was Tim's name. Tennessee Bear. Well,
yeah, great guy.
And yeah, definitely. I know Tim. So anyway, that was it. I did that. I created the site, and then it came in at a time when everybody was getting interested in live streaming, and there was a real time of really big growth where all the new channels like, Mouse Talk, you mentioned, Diz Our Dream, Myers and the Mouse. So many people were all of a sudden getting into live streaming. So it was a good timing thing. And
so it was like lightning in a bottle for you.
Yeah. And I always have to say this, it's a labor of love, right? It's not I haven't, I don't make money on it, but I wouldn't change it for anything. If I could make a ton of money, I would, but I haven't figured that part out.
The way I say it, any money that I make would be secondary to the fun that I have.
I know it. And that's the thing, is that, making friends like you guys, and and I've met a number of them in the park. I've hung out with, Josh and Jenna and a bunch of them. So very lucky.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I would have never have met some of these amazing people if I hadn't have gotten into YouTube.
Mhm.
Like, for example, Walt and Melissa, I got to meet them for the first time in Florida. Meg, Mickey's Magic, I met
Oh, you
her
did?
when she came out to Disneyland.
Nice.
I've met Charlie and Stacy. I met Jeff from Diz Our Dream. He came out here by himself. Oh, hey, Ileana. Ileana, welcome in. Thank you for popping in. And now, oh, by the way, for the love of Disney, that is a channel to watch. She is going places. I mean, her and her daughters are amazing. They have all kinds of fun in the parks. So if you're not already subscribed, moderators, if you're in here, don't hesitate to put For the Love of Disney in the chat. So anybody that wants to can subscribe to her. She's amazing. But yeah, I would have never had these great opportunities to meet people like Dean here, or like the Turkey Legs are here. If I hadn't gotten into YouTube. And now I have friends all over the world, like Sai, who's been doing some amazing thing lately. She did the Harry Potter stuff like the past few weeks. Have you seen that, Dean?
I haven't.
Oh, you got to check it out. It's a 3-parter. How about you, Turkey Legs? Have you seen that one?
I saw one of them.
She did a great job, didn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, now we know where you guys got into YouTube. Now, when it comes to Disney, Dean, what's your favorite park?
Mine is Epcot.
Epcot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great. It's actually like 2 parks in one, isn't it?
The thing about it is it was my very formative experience the first time I went in '86, where I loved the show that they did around the lake. I loved the rides back then a little bit more, Horizons, World of Motion, those kinds of rides. I love the space of Epcot. I just love the feeling of Epcot. I love all the parks, but Epcot is my favorite.
Nice. And Turkey Legs, what was your favorite park in Disney World?
Well, depends on the day. It's either Epcot is my first favorite, with Animal Kingdom a very close second, or Epcot and Animal Kingdom are tied for first. So,
yeah.
But what gives Epcot the edge is that Animal Kingdom does not sell turkey legs. So it's kind of a, it's kind of gives Epcot the edge in my mind.
Okay, I got to ask you a question about that. I have only once in my life gotten a real bona fide turkey leg, which was at the Minnesota State Fair. And I thought it tasted more like ham than it did like turkey. Is that true of all turkey legs?
It's been my experience. It's because of the brine that it's soaked in before it's cooked.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's why it's going to have that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's how it's prepared. Seasonings, the brine, the smoked.
I did not know that. I honestly had wondered that all these years, and I had decided I don't care for the ham flavor as much. I like ham, but what makes a good turkey leg, Dean?
The bigger the better. And as long as it's not all dried out. And I'll answer that question for Tim. So you can get turkey legs, at least at Walt Disney World, at Magic Kingdom actually sells them in 2 places, Liberty Square and in New Fantasyland. And then Epcot sells it at the Fife and Drum and the American Adventure. And then you can also buy them at Disney Springs, down in front of the what's it called? The House of Blues. And then Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom do not sell them.
Oh, okay.
They used to, but they don't anymore.
Yeah, I know they do kind of taste like ham. When I was working at Disneyland, part of our training was we had to learn how to make the turkey legs, and they are smoked and steamed when at least at Disneyland. So, oh, they're so good though. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I haven't had a real good one. The Minnesota State Fair, they're pretty good quality, but I don't know. Okay, I'll have to try it. I'll have to try one at Disney World.
Yeah, and turkey legs. So we're gonna have to both learn how to get more tech savvy, like Dean over here. Now you both like Epcot. What would you call your? I mean, Turkey Lakes. You said Animal Kingdom was his next favorite. What about you, Dean? What was your second favorite behind Epcot?
Oh, I mean, I could easily say Animal Kingdom because of the feel of it, Flight of Passage, Expedition Everest. I love, and the safari is fantastic. But then at the same breath, Hollywood Studios has pretty amazing stuff now too, although sometimes it feels too hard to get on the rides there. That's what frustrates me. Uh, I'm gonna go with Animal Kingdom as well.
Okay, I only got to spend one day at Animal Kingdom. Good part. Got some great pictures there. My girlfriend didn't quite like Expedition Everest though.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah, the picture of her is like she's totally scowling on it, which I'll have to send you the picture. It's pretty unique. Now, what is your favorite attraction at Disney World? Turkey Lakes, are you first?
At Disney World in general?
Yeah, out of all four parks, number one must do every time you go attraction.
Well, the one that pops to my mind as being like really kind of a relaxing kind of a ride, which is the kind I like, is the Liberty Bell Riverboat in Magic Kingdom. And then besides that, I like all of the shows in general. So I'd say probably picking one at Epcot would be the 360 vision films at Canada and China. I like those, the soundtrack in particular of the films, and just kind of showing the countries.
Oh yeah. The Circle Vision shows. I know they originated over in Disneyland. There was one in Tomorrowland that showed the Canada show, and it showed the America the Beautiful, and showed the China show before it ended up all going over to Florida. Now, Dean, what would be? I'm going to hazard a wild guess that your favorite attraction of all of them is going to be Soaring Over California.
Okay, it used to be, and of course we recreated one at my brother's house. But sorry, I need a drink. So it used to be for sure, but now, and I'm old, so I have really learned to enjoy Living with the Land.
I did not get to go on that one. I couldn't even find the land pavilion when I was there.
Oh, really? You got to get there. Well, that's where Soarin' is, but you got Living with the Land is like my brother Epcot, Bob, and I. That's our first ride. That's kind of like we've arrived. It has different sections. You start off a little darker and going through these different environments, and then you end up in the greenhouse, and it's just such a beautiful ride. And I love the music and
that's a definite must do for my next trip to Epcot. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Now, fun fact for you, I got to go on Soaring Over California before any of you.
Cast member preview or
cast member preview.
Nice.
Now, here's how awesome Soaring Over California was, or is, I should say. Now, keep in mind, cast member previews, the only ones that are in there are cast members and their guests, meaning their family and their close friends. So those are the only ones going. And all day for the cast preview of DCA, Soaring Over California had a 180-minute wait. And this was all day long. And here's the cool part. when people were getting off that ride, even after a 3-hour wait, the reaction was all the same. Round of applause, an absolute enjoyment. It was like there's nothing in the world like this attraction.
Yeah.
That is why when Disneyland had its 45th, and they were wanting to share with the attractions with around the world, they moved soaring over California over to Disney World, and we ended up getting Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters or Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin from Disney World. And I think Tokyo got an attraction like a parade or something like that. It was like the kind of shared attractions around the company.
Yeah. I should say Tina said Living with the Land and Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth is my second favorite. And you could almost talk me into any of those. I love them all, but Spaceship Earth is
I did go on Spaceship Earth. Unfortunately I went solo, but that's okay.
That's fun too.
Oh yeah. Jennifer had a bad case of Disney rash, which that's a nightmare.
Oh, no. Huh.
Yeah, so we have your favorite attraction, and what about you, Turkey Legs? What's your favorite attraction?
Favorite attraction? Well, I have to go back to the relaxing ones, the Liberty Bell Riverboat.
Oh yeah, you did mention
And
that.
yeah. Liberty Bell, Circle Vision.
Okay, now we as far as styles, when you go to the parks, are you more rush to the next ride, rush to the next ride, rush to the next show, or are you more like laid back and kind of stroll down Main Street and take in the view, take in the scenery? What's your style there, Dean?
I used to be commando mode. I'm not anymore. And hey, Carol. I went on my first solo trip. Was it 2 years ago? Gosh, I think it was 2 years ago. Anyway, I really paced myself. I kept moving, but I didn't go fast. And so, no, I like to do things relaxed. I'll do less rides and just enjoy, because every square inch of Disney World, in my opinion, is just so pristine that I enjoy it.
Well, I have to say, welcome in, Carol, my second favorite teacher. My first favorite my first favorite has to go to my girlfriend, who's a preschool teacher. But Carol will always be my second favorite teacher.
Nice.
Now, Dean, how do you take the park? So you like commando, or you just go slow and taking the sights and sounds?
I think he means you, Turkey Legster.
Oh, Turkey Legster, Dean. Okay. Yeah, I'm more of a relaxing. I'm more, enjoy the ambiance of the park, do the shows, do the slower rides, Magic Kingdom. I try to catch the parade. So I'm definitely more on the laid back end of the scale.
Oh, nice. So we got two people that are kind of old at heart and like to be more laid back and just enjoy your time there, right?
Is that you too, Brian, or are you commando?
Yep. Alexa, off. Don't know why she did that. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a fan of Iron Maiden.
I don't know.
Okay, but now as far as favorite foods in the park, Turkey Legster, I already know your answer to this one. I think everybody that's ever seen your streams knows the answer to this one. That would be the churro, right?
I think he's pointing to a turkey leg.
I'm joking. Okay, Dean, what would you say your favorite food in the parks is?
So in the parks, I wasn't expecting. We were talking before the stream, and I said I would tell you, but when you say in the parks, it's going to be different. So are you talking about at any sit-down restaurant or just at a faster food type?
Either one, you choose.
Oh boy, oh boy. Um, Gosh, that's a good. Because I was thinking, so Tina will appreciate this. In all of Disney World property, if I could pick one food to have, it would be the bread service at Sanaa. That's
Done
my,
that.
yeah, isn't that good?
Oh yeah.
That's
I
my
was a
favorite.
huge. I absolutely love the tamarind sauce. Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh, I don't. What was there, like 8 or 9 of them or something
9
like
of
that?
them.
9. I mean, they're so good. I like all of them. But in the parks, I'm gonna have to think Epcot, and
Hmm.
then I'm thinking here. Um, oh my gosh. Oh, you know, I'm gonna go with just a pizza at Via Napoli.
The pizza Vienna. Okay, I'll give you props for that one because Naples in Italy has some amazing pizza.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'll give you props for that one.
Yeah.
Now, what about outside of the parks?
I mean, for me, it's the
Got to be the
Sanaa.
bread service.
Yeah.
And when Jennifer and I went to Sanaa, we had a 9:10 reservation our first day, and we got kind of like a pairing of one meat entree and one vegetarian entree with the jasmine rice. I couldn't pronounce it for the life of me,
Hmm.
but I had the butter chicken and the raj masala,
Mm,
and oh my god, that was so good.
mm.
Jennifer had the braised beef and I think the chickpea kind of a chili type thing. Hers was really good too, but I'm kind of partial to butter chicken. So if you have not been to Sanaa, you have to try. You have to try that. It's so good.
For sure.
Now, turkey leg stir. Other than the turkey leg, what's your favorite food in the parks?
In the parks, I have to say I do enjoy a Dole Whip float
Mm.
with the the pineapple Dole Whip and the pineapple juice. That is a top favorite of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of the parks, I'd say really my only outside of the parks dining experience, at least recent years that I can remember, is the boathouse at Disney Springs.
Nice.
That I like the environment there, the or atmosphere. I thought it was really good. I could see myself going back there again. But I've
Mm-hmm.
also heard good things, and I've never gone, but I've heard good things about the other place. There's somewhere else in Disney Springs that's people are
Morimoto?
always talking about. That is anyway. It's on my Homecoming.
Oh, Homecoming.
That is on my bucket list to try.
Oh
But
yeah.
I enjoyed Boathouse a lot.
There you go. So you learn something new
It's
every
true.
day. Now, when I was at Disney Springs, I only got to eat at one place, and that was T-Rex, and we were there with Jennifer and our new best friend Rhiannon Henning. She's always in a lot of people's chats, and she came from Australia. We ended up meeting her on our first day over at Boma, and we pretty much hung out most of the trip together. That was amazing. So, um, but yeah, the T-Rex, the food was meh. The atmosphere was wow.
Hmm.
So if you have kids in the family, the dinosaurs are amazing. If not, and if you're just a fan of dinosaurs, it's okay. But if not, then don't bother. It's not worth it. If you're not there for the atmosphere, it's not worth it for the food. Now, Dean, what are you looking forward to most in the upcoming in your next trip?
Well, for me, so to be honest, because Disney is so busy right now and prices have gone up so much, I don't plan on going anytime soon. I'm probably looking at 2024.
Yeah, me too.
I think what I'm looking forward to the most is, if Tron dies down, I would like to get on Tron. I've already been on Guardians, which was great. I would just say I'm going to do an off property this time, and I'm just going to do what we said before, is just take it easy. I really like park hopping, so I want to make sure I have a park hopping pass.
Yeah.
And like Dean said earlier, take in more shows. I've missed shows. I've never seen Fantasmic. Never.
Oh, okay. Dean, if you want to see Fantasmic done right, come
Gotta
on
go
here.
to California.
Come on here.
I'm sure. But I see that they changed it in Florida, right? And it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I wasn't able to see it because our last Hollywood Studios day, my phone broke and I was like kind of in an emergency. I didn't get to go on a couple of rides I really wanted to go on in Hollywood Studios, like Tower of Terror, Rocket Roller Coaster. And now I heard this wild rumor that they're changing Rock and Roller Coaster and putting it to Taylor Swift. I was like, yeah, I know it's a fake story, but I was like, what?
No way.
But Turkey Lakester, what are you looking forward to in the future at the Disney parks?
Well, I'm looking forward to actually going to back to Epcot. I want to see Harmonious before they take it away. I also am trying to get to Magic Kingdom to see Enchantment before they take it away, because I haven't seen Enchantment at all, and I've seen our Harmonious once. But so in the next couple of months, I do want to get back to those parks. So those are a couple of goals that I have for the next the near future.
Gotta welcome in this amazing man that does some amazing stuff with his mouth.
Hello,
Anthony the Molar Man.
Hey, Anthony.
So you're basically looking. You want to see some of the shows coming back before they disappear forever, then, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Now, my question for both of you is: when are you guys coming out to California?
I don't know. I have not been there for a number of years. I would love to. I still haven't been on the Cars ride. I haven't seen what's the water show there?
World of Color.
World of Color. I haven't seen that, and so those are two things.
Okay. And Turkey Lakester, what about you?
I would like to, but I have no plans right now. But I definitely want to. It looks like a lot of fun, and obviously with it being kind of the original, Disney, I definitely want to get out there at some point, but I don't have any plans right now.
For those of you Disney World veterans in chat right now, I'm going to give you the ultimate incentive to come out to California. Where else can you go to a finished theme park that Walt Disney himself enjoyed? Nowhere else but Disneyland.
Yeah.
And yes, he was on property at Disney World before it was built, but he wasn't around to see the finished product.
I was interviewing somebody in my podcast when I used to do that, and This is the guy, and you might know him, Brian. I don't remember his name now, but he has the biggest collection of Disneyland pictures. He has a website dedicated to it. Oh, I can't remember his name. But
It'll probably come to you in the middle of the night. You'll
I
wake up
know.
and you'll scream out his name in the middle of the night.
I could probably figure it out, but oh man. Anyway, he said that just like you said, Walt, you can feel his touch there. And because they had less size, they had to be more creative in how they fit everything in. So I think people who are more familiar with Disneyland definitely see a more intricate design and so forth that went into that.
Yeah. And the thing I liked about working at Disneyland is I picked up so much behind the scenes stuff that nobody would have known about. Like one of the things that not many people are aware of is Walt Disney, he was an avid smoker and he didn't really like to see this, a lot of people smoking in his parks. But what he did was he had his little hideaway upstairs in the Golden Horseshoe. He had a little office in there that he would sit in there and smoke in. And there was a window overlooking out from that office out on the Frontierland. And I got to go into that office with one of my leads. And I kid you not, that office, even after years after his death, which I worked there in 2000 to 2003, it actually still smelled like his cigarettes.
Oh,
So
really?
his presence was still there. If either one of you guys come out there, if I'm in the park with you, I'll take you up and show you where that room is. Because it's just surreal.
I found it, by the way. It's Dave Land.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And,
gotta love Google, right?
Yeah. DaveLandWeb.com. He has an amazing collection of pictures.
Oh, perfect. Now, Turkey Legster, would you like to see the flavored turkey legs come to Florida?
Oh, yes. But if I have to go out to Disneyland to have them, that might be my incentive to get out there.
Yeah, that'd be your one excuse to come out here to try those flavored turkey legs.
Yeah.
Now, the only problem, though, is those flavored turkey legs, especially the buffalo, might kill your diet because of all the butter in them. That's the only thing I'd be worried about with you, my friend.
Well, there are ways around that.
Yep.
Vacation, they don't count.
Yeah.
That's true. And at Disney.
But for those who don't know, Dean has been on a weight loss tear, and I was so proud of when I saw his post on Instagram that he dropped below 300 for the first time in a long time.
Well, 400
or 400.
Yeah, 400.
For the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Very proud of you, my friend.
Congrats.
And me, I'm trying to drop below 300. So we're both on that journey.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you both this. I'm of the opinion that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has not only some of the best food in the parks, but some of the best theming in the parks. And by food, I mean the Ronto wrap.
Oh, I haven't had it.
You haven't tried that one yet?
No, I heard a lot of good about it.
Okay, homework assignment for you, Dean. Try the Ronto wrap next trip.
Okay.
Turkey legs, have you tried the Ronto wrap?
I have not. I will gladly accept that homework assignment.
Try the Ronto wrap.
It's on my list. It is on my list. I tried the blue milk.
Yeah, me too.
I need to try the green milk.
I heard the blue milk tastes like soap.
Oh, I didn't remember that. I didn't care. I wasn't crazy about it, but it was was okay. It's just my go-to drink is a Diet Coke, to be honest.
Now, fun fact about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, I got to go on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run before it opened to the public.
Wow.
So yes, I got to crash the Millennium Falcon before it opened to the public.
Huh. I should mention to you, Brian, that I got to go into Animal Kingdom before it was open to the public, and because I worked with a guy whose daughter worked for Disney World, and I happened to be down there when he was down there, and the daughter had enough passes, and I got to go in. And what I remember most was as we were going on the new rides,
Yeah.
the dinosaur one, which I think was called something different back then, kept breaking down on us, so we had to get back in line 3 times. But
oh wow,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, we did do dinosaur. That was one ride we did do.
Do you like dinosaur, Dean?
I did. It's basically Indiana Jones's sister ride.
How about you, Turkey Lakester? You like dinosaur?
Not really. I kind of draw the line at any kind of fast rides. I rode it once, but my eyes were closed. Like,
well, you can't really see much anyway. So
3/4 of the time, yeah.
You know what shocks me about that ride is when you see parents bringing a 4 or 5-year-old on there. I'm just sorry, but
what are you doing?
That just seems like a bit much for a 4 or 5-year-old.
Bad parenting much? Now, Carol, which by the way, oh wow, what an opportunity there. Carol, being a teacher, what would you say to a parent that decided they wanted to bring their 4 or 5-year-old on dinosaur? I'll let you answer that in chat there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Animal Kingdom, that would be one heck of a park to go on or to go to before the park opened. Because I mean, Expedition Everest, I think that would open after, or was it before, or was it with the park?
That's a good question. I honestly don't remember. Wait, Expedition Everest. Yeah, I cannot remember.
I know the safari opened with the park. And yes,
so.
The safari was amazing when we went.
I liked it more back then, to be honest, when they had Wilson and all that. I enjoyed that. It felt a little more thrilling. It's still great, but I like
it had that theme.
Yeah.
Okay, now we just recently had an attraction close, and Carol's answer. I don't think most kids that age can handle it. Yeah, I agree. Now, we recently had an attraction in Walt Disney World close forever. And it's drawn some controversy because of the subject matter of the original story of the original attraction. Do you think it was a good thing that they closed Splash Mountain to reopen it as Tiana's Bayou Adventure, or are you one of the ones that wants the status quo? I'm going to ask Turkey Legs to this one first.
So, I could go on with my answer, but I'm just going to say I don't agree with their reasoning behind closing it, and I don't agree with their putting Tiana in that space with that the mountain aspect of the ride. If they had decided to change the ride with, it was just, we want to give a fresh look to the park. That would have been great if, but there are no mountains in the bayou. And so I'm having a hard time kind of, getting around that. So, yeah.
Yes, I've heard that argument too. Dean, what's your take on the Splash Mountain debate?
Pretty much the same. I'm very sad to see the old theme go away. I loved it. I feel I disagree with the reasons they put behind it, and I think that if you really think about it, the ride didn't violate the things that they said it does.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm I'll be open to the new one, but I agree with Dean. I don't think that was a perfect fit for it. So
Now, my 2 cents is going to be rather interesting. You're going to love this.
Hmm.
So don't get me wrong. I like The Princess and the Frog. It was a good movie. But number one,
Oh, yeah.
Tiana spends 90% of the movie as a frog. She's not a princess throughout most of the movie. And by the way, welcome in So Cargo.
hey,
We all
Cargo.
love you. And by the way, I will be having a giveaway once I hit 200 subscribers. And So Cargo has graciously donated some items for me to give away for this 200 subscriber giveaway.
Nice.
Now, my take on the proper place for Tiana. Disneyland is doing it, but they're also doing the Splash Mountain thing as well. She needs a restaurant, not a ride, because her character is all about having that dream of opening that Cajun restaurant. So we need a Tiana's place or Princess Tiana's palace in Magic Kingdom that serves Cajun food. That I think would be the perfect way to bring in Princess Tiana as a regular appearance in Magic Kingdom rather than a ride.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an amazing idea.
I like it.
And I like this. Like,
I still Cargo.
19 times 2. I like that. Okay, but yeah, I mean, would you guys each go to a Princess Tiana themed Cajun restaurant?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
What about you, Turkey Leg?
Sure. Yeah.
As long as they sell Creole turkey legs, right?
Well, I have other things on my foods list also. I do enjoy, they have, seafood is up there if they have any kind of seafood or fish or, I'd be open to trying other things.
I heard that on the menu at the rethemed French Market / Princess Tiana's Palace is going to be a seafood jambalaya, like they have over at the Blue Bayou, and that would be super yum because I've had it at the Bayou before.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. So
the Blue Bayou, I ate there in 19. Okay, I got to think about this. It was right around 1987 or 8. And it was before they redesigned it. And it was cooler then because it had a more dark kind of ambiance. And you know what I had there, Brian?
What did you have?
I had the Monte Cristo.
Oh, that's now a permanent item over at Cafe Orleans.
Oh, they moved it?
Yeah, they did move it.
Oh,
but
right.
it is much thicker.
Oh, really?
It's about the size of your head. It's so good. And they pair it with their pommes frites, which
nice.
Haven't had the pommes frites. They're like fries. They're dusted with Parmesan cheese.
Oh.
And oh my God, they're so good. I like that thought there, Tina. That's good. Okay, now who's ready to see Tron? Who wants to see the new Tron ride?
I do.
Turkey Legster?
I'm honestly, because I'm not into fast rides, I'm not going to ride it, but I do think it's a great addition to Tomorrowland, to the Magic Kingdom. I think it's about time they did something new with that land. I'm more excited to get back on the train at Magic Kingdom. I think, that going, hearing the sound of the train, having that back in the Magic Kingdom is a definite plus. So I'm looking forward to the train. Now that they have progressed enough to get to the reopen the train. But I'm definitely in favor of the Tron ride.
I'm with you, Dean. I'm more excited about the train being back than I am about Tron. I want to get on Tron, but it's going to be so busy for a while. But the train
Yeah.
is just such a classic, and it's a great
Now,
experience.
unlike your train, our train makes a left turn up beyond the river. See, the Disney World train goes right all the way around, but our train makes a left turn to compensate for Galaxy's Edge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it has that little. I mean, it basically goes around in a circle, but when it gets around the river, it kind of loops around to the left, and then back towards Toontown. So yeah, our train makes a left turn.
Do you know the story about Walt's train in his backyard and about the
Carolwood Pacific Railroad?
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, the Carolwood Pacific Railroad. Yeah, that was the name of it, I believe.
He had them, as he was having them build this train in his backyard. He said he wanted a tunnel and he wanted the train to turn in the tunnel. And they finally said, Walt, it would be a lot easier if it could just go straight through the tunnel. And Walt said, it would be a lot easier if we didn't even have a tunnel. In other words, I know it would be easier, but this is what I want.
Oh yeah. He wasn't about doing what was easy. He was about doing what was amazing.
He didn't care about the money. He cared about the having wonderment. Yeah.
And that was another thing about Walt. I mean, he mortgaged his house
Yes.
for an attraction that he wanted in there. And that attraction is still there at Disneyland to this day. It's not called the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's called Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room because he mortgaged everything to put that in there. I mean, that's a true visionary right there. He didn't care what people wanted. That was what he wanted.
Yeah. Well, he knew. He figured if he wanted it, others wanted it. And that's the first ride or attraction I ever went on at Disneyland in 1974, the Tiki Room. When we got there, my parents said, let's go in the Tiki Room. And my brother and I were like, that doesn't look great. We got out and we thought it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. And if you haven't seen it already, I have the full show of the Tiki Room on my channel here.
I'll really?
Put it in the description. But yeah, I mean, it's the Tiki Room was an amazing show.
It is. It did have live performers back then. That was kind of fun.
And it had a live performer up until just this past year for a while too. If you've never met or seen Maynard was a fixture in the Tiki Room for the last several years of his retirement.
Oh, didn't know that.
And of course, gotta love Carol, or gotta love Cargo. She's amazing.
I'll tell him Cargo. He'll appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Now, before we sign off, because it's getting up on an hour, I wanted to ask you guys, Turkey Lakester, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, coming up Tuesday, I'm doing a channel news stream. I've kind of been in a period of reassessing kind of my content, my live streams, and kind of the themes of them. So Tuesday will be a news stream to talk about my streams and my weekly shows. The one stream that I have been doing that is staying in place is my Thursday night stream. 9 p.m. Eastern time is Once Upon a Turkey Leg, and I read stories. I read a couple of bedtime stories to kind of help people relax in the evening. And so that's staying in place. But then when my Tuesday night is the time slot I normally go, and that content's changing. So I'll be doing a stream this coming Tuesday to kind of talk about all that.
Okay. Now, Dean, what's coming up on your channel?
So right now, like I was mentioning before the show, I am not live streaming as much, but we have a monthly show called The Panel, and there's 5 of us, which is T-Town Mary Ellen, Sooner Girl, which is Leanne, my brother Epcot Bob, and Road Trip Dave and I. We try to interview somebody once a month that is new to our community, and we did do Texas Takes back in December, I think it was, and then we did Sherry's Awesome Sunsets, which everybody does know her, but we wanted to have her on because of her travel business. Next month, we're interviewing Park Hoppers, if you've heard of their channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget the couple's name, but they're going to be on with us Thursday, February 9th. So it's the second Thursday each month. And then we're going to try to even go further out, like try to find people that aren't even necessarily big channels, but they're relatively new and they're trying to get into the Disney YouTube community. We're going to kind of go after them. And that's my only live streaming plans for this year. And then beyond that, the live place, it has a slow cadence of growth. The newest 2 channels that were added recently was Chris, the Disney Baker, and Park Hoppers. And then other than that, that's about it.
Okay, perfect. And of course, Tina, if you would, can you put Dean's information in the chat? So you have his channel there in the chat along with Turkey Lacers as well. But what I'd like to hold on one second, people.
That's fine. I wanted to thank Cargo, Eric and Monica. I forgot their names. Yeah, that's them. They are the Park Hoppers.
Thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. I need to correct something here. Carol, I figured I might as well got to put my favorite, my second favorite teacher as a blue wrench in here. They kind of neglected doing that. But again, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It's been an amazing time. And Dean, maybe I can come on your Thursday channel, one of these days.
Absolutely.
If it's not too early, I might be able to do it.
Okay.
Hey, but yeah, again, I want to thank everybody in chat for stopping by. And it's a good thing. I think I might have been the first person to have both Deans on one screen here at the same time. So there's a first for my channel and for the Disney YouTube community. But thank you both for coming on. Thank you all in chat. It's been a pleasure. And by the way, Carol, you're more than welcome. You deserve it. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.